Hi, welcome guys. So today is August 31st. Yes? Yes. So that means monthly manicures. Is that how we're gonna say it? I think that's how we're gonna say it. All right, well, anywho, so we are gonna be discussing all of the polishes that I wore for August. Looking it over, I feel like I've got a decent collection of colors, various finishes, got a little bit of brights, we got some neutrals, we got a couple things going on, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So first polish of the month was one that I got in a recent haul from Zoya that I discussed in one of my last videos, and that's Zoya's Arbor. And this is a beautiful mossy green, great formula cream polish. As I mentioned in that other video, I held off for a little bit before I got this polish because I thought it was something I could replicate in my collection, and turns out I did not. So if you were holding back on this polish, I strongly suggest that you get it. It's beautiful. This type of color has been I would say this type of color is being done in a lot of fall collections. I saw one in the OPI Iceland collection, looks pretty similar, and I feel like there's one other one I saw recently that is this mossy green. So this, I feel like this is going to be a popular color, even though this was in the summer collection. I feel like this might be a popular color, you know, coming up for the fall time. So if you hesitated, you can go back to my other video. I compared it to a couple other colors that I have from Zoya. So again, that is Zoya's Arbor. And then following that, I went with, this is, I want to say the polish name is Illimite. And this is sold on Live Love Polish. This is the only place I've seen it on Live Love Polish. I want to say that this might be, although Live Love Polish just came out with their own personal brand, but I feel like they were promoting this pretty hardcore the last couple months, this particular brand. But this is Illimite, and the color is called Sweetest Sin. And this is a gorgeous kind of royal purple with, let's see, there is holographic, kind of scattered micro, I'd say it's probably, I wouldn't say micro glitter. I'm gonna say that, yeah, I'd say it's micro glitter. And it's got a little bit of a pink shimmer going throughout it, almost duochrome type shimmer, and this is a gorgeous polish. I really enjoyed this. Unfortunately, it chipped pretty quickly on me, but I don't think that was the polish. I can't recall now. I feel like something happened where I accidentally chipped my nail polish really quickly. So I'm gonna blame that on me, on error, what do they call it, user error, and not this polish, because this polish is a really gorgeous one. And again, that is Sweetest Sin. All right, I need to keep my list of colors, or I don't know what I wore. Okay, another one that I talked about in my recent haul, this is from Femme Fatale, and this was part of their opalescent collection that they released last month, and this one is called Glimmerbreath. And Glimmerbreath is a white sheer polish with a bit of a teal, with a teal flash going throughout it, and it's got a bunch of scattered micro glitter, as well as some larger, looks like hex, is that hexes? Some larger hex glitters in here. As I mentioned in my other video, I wanted to love this polish, but I don't know, just, it was really pretty in the bottle, but it didn't wow me. It just, like I said, it was a sheer white. The teal flash that was in there just wasn't super apparent on the nail. And yeah, it just was very underwhelming. It didn't, I don't know, just something about it. And the opalescent, oh, that's what it is. There's an opalescent, yeah, so it's not micro, it's not, what do they call it? The, oh my God, I can't talk today. It's not the hex glitters that I was mentioning. There's opalescent, like flaky type pieces in here, and that's so yeah, I was really excited about the opalescent, but with this particular color, it just didn't what's the word, just didn't glow off the nail as much. It just kind of blended in with the white base, so I didn't really care for this, and I wasn't too excited about it, but that is Glimmerbreath. All right, and then to pick my mood back up after that kind of blah polish, I went with of course, a purple, because purples are my favorite. And this is going to be Zoya Serenity. And Serenity is a gorgeous, gorgeous grape purple, cream, great formula, no complaints, just kind of your standard basic purple color. So that is Serenity. All right. And then an oldie but a goodie. I haven't busted this guy out in a little while. This is OPI's You're Such a Budapest. And this is a periwinkle blue that leans a little bit more purple than it does blue. Formula on this is not super great. It is kind of runny and thin, so it's going to take you 3 coats to get opaque, but still a gorgeous color. I really enjoyed it. That is You're Such a Budapest. Right. And then some more polishes that I recently picked up in my recent haul from Cirque. I am really enjoying Cirque polishes. I can't think of one color that I've gotten from them so far that I've been disappointed with. So if you have not tried Cirque, I would highly recommend them. I'm loving, loving their polishes. So first up is one from their, I believe it's Vice collection for the summer. This is called Socialite. And I believe I wore this in one of my recent videos. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was part 2 of my haul that I did. This is gorgeous, gorgeous. It is a kind of that in-between purpley pink color. It's definitely leaning a lot more pink than purple, but when you compare it up to pinks, it does look a lot more purple. Very vibrant on the nail, wonderful formula. So that is Socialite. And then this is probably my, I've got 2 standouts. I don't know which I liked more. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. Okay, this is one of my top 2 polishes for the month, and I am so in love with this polish. This is called Happy Monday. And Happy Monday, I believe is from the Kawaii collection. I don't know if it's recently releasing or if this is an older polish, but I found it on Cirque's. I had gone to go buy some colors from the Vice collection and just happened to see this and another color from the Kawaii collection, and I had to have them. They were so gorgeous. So this is a, again, kind of like your basic grape purple color, but this has got a blue flash that runs throughout it, and it does also have the scattered micro glitter in there. Yeah, I'd say it's micro glitter. This is so amazing. This I also wore in a recent, I believe it was my first part of my haul from last month. This, oh my gosh, this is just the most beautiful polish. Again, anything with a blue shimmer or sheen in it, I will buy all of the colors. This was so beautiful. Just glowed off the nail, and it was a wonderful formula to work with. Again, I'm loving these Cirque colors. So again, that is Happy Monday by Cirque. All right, and then I went on vacation and decided I wanted to go with kind of just your basic, you know, neutral. I didn't want to fuss about it I was going to be gone for the weekend. I didn't want to fuss with my nails. I just wanted something that was going to be clean and go with everything, just kind of your neutral color. So I busted out one of my new purchases from the Zoya Fall collection. And this was the one probably in the collection that I was, I'd say it's one of the 2 that I was most excited about. This is Zoya's Beth. And Beth is your kind of dusty, I would say like dusty mauve, not dusty mauve, I'd say it's like a dusty taupey purple, but it has this metallic, like metallic gold. I think they called it like a rose gold on their website. I guess that's probably true. I would say I'd say it's like a rose gold. This is really pretty. I wanted to love this a little bit more than I did. I don't know. I was very underwhelmed. As I said in my other video, I compared this to Zoya's Pasha, and I feel like I like Zoya's Pasha a little bit more, I think because it's a warmer color than Beth. And it also could be that I've had this on for 4 days, which is way longer than I normally keep on nail polish, so it could just be that I got super bored with this color after a while. But it is definitely pretty. I just don't think it's something I'm going to pull out very often, just because I think this cool purpley color just didn't really, it was pretty, just again, it just was kind of just your basic, nothing really super exciting about it. So that is Zoya's Beth. And then Beth also reminded me, so I tried that out because I wanted to kind of like dip my toe in some fall nail colors, because I've been getting all of these new collections or all these new, you know, fall polishes for the fall, and I've just been really excited about them, but I wasn't quite sure if I was ready to start wearing fall nail polish. So I tested the waters with Beth, and I feel like and maybe that was a sign that I wasn't quite ready to throw in the towel with my summer colors. So after I wore Beth and I was kind of just, you know, feeling kind of blah, I decided to go bright and try out, this is from Floss Gloss. This is International Hot Girl. I mentioned this again in my haul. This is a newer pickup for me, and this is amazing. This is a beautiful coral pink. Definitely leans more pink than it does orange, and I really enjoyed this. I wish this was the first Floss Gloss that I've gotten where the formula on it wasn't amazing. It wasn't as good. It was decent, but I feel like I also feel like this particular type of shade is pretty difficult. I don't think I've ever had one where the formula has been amazing, so it could just be that this particular color is hard to have a decent formula with. But this is a beautiful bright coral pink. I really enjoyed it. Again, it leans a little bit more pink. Formula was okay. I would say I believe it was 3 to get opaque. And it didn't have a great self-leveling formula on it, but I kind of put up with it because I really enjoyed this color. So that was International Hot Girl. All right, and sticking with the fall colors, this is probably my other top pick for this month, and this also is from that new Vice collection from Cirque for the summertime. This is called Game Over. Oh my god, this color is so gorgeous. As I said in another video, I have been looking for this neon red color for quite a long time. There have been multiple colors that I've purchased in the last few months. There was that China Glaze Ready to Rave. There was Floss Glosses, Fastlane, and those are beautiful colors. I don't not like them, but ultimately this was the color that I wanted. This neon, like punchy red, and those other colors, you know, up against this just look a lot more orange. And oh, this is just so beautiful, so bright, glowed off the nail. Oh, I didn't want to take it off, but oh man, oh, so gorgeous. I kind of want to wear this one more time before summer ends, because I just loved it so much. Again, so that is Cirque's Game Over. And so after that, we went a little bit more subdued. We went with China Glaze Rain Dance the Night Away. And Rain Dance the Night Away is a teal cream, but it's got a little bit more of, it's not going to be as chalky as, let's see, I feel like it has a little bit more green in it compared up to like the other color I have in my collection that's kind of similar to this is Too Yacht to Handle. And I'd say Too Yacht to Handle is a little bit more blue, and it's also a little bit more neon. This is kind of just like a subdued, kind of calm, creamy teal color, and I really enjoyed it. No complaints. Formula was decent, and that is Rain Dance the Night Away. All right, and sticking with the teal, I was feeling some teal. So after that, I went with Zoya's Thalia. And Talia, along the same lines, your creamy, subdued teal up against Rain Dance the Night Away. Obviously, it's got a little bit more, it's more of like a bluish green. And great formula. I'm pretty sure this was a one coater. Did stain a little bit on my nail, so just FYI, I'd definitely wear a base coat with this one, but this was a gorgeous color. That's Talia. And back to my brights after that. So this was my kind of, I started out with this manicure. I wanted to go with China Glaze's Bite Me. And Bite Me, I want to say, came out last summer. I can't think of what their summer collection was, but it came out last summer. Was it in the neon, the light brights? Is that what it was? I think that's what it was. But this is a gorgeous kind of coral pink, kind of like a hot pink, but definitely a little bit of coral because it does have a little bit of like an orange in there. But it's got this gorgeous gold shift that runs throughout it, and it's pretty faint, so I don't think the camera is going to be able to pick it up. But the gold sheen in this is amazing, and I remember wearing this last summer and not being super impressed with the formula, but I thought I would try it again, and I'm still very disappointed in this formula. This formula is terrible. Doesn't self-level, and since it doesn't self-level itself, like you keep trying to like, you know, clean it up and get your lines correct, and it just looks like a mess on the nail. So I ended up trying to make this work, and it was just a nightmare. I ended up taking it off. So I want to love this color because the color is so pretty, but this formula is awful. So that is China Glaze Bite Me. So instead, to come in and save the day, I went with Zoya's Yana. And Yana's pretty darn close to this Bite Me color. It does have a similar, Bite Me's got like a gold sheen that runs throughout it, whereas Yana has more of a like silvery pearl finish that runs throughout it. It's very faint. You're not going to see it on the nail. But I went in with this instead, and I was pleasant. This definitely made up for the shitty formula that this China Glaze had. So again, that's Zoya's Yana. Moving right along. So after that, I've been kind of in, I feel like if there's a running theme in this collection, I definitely have my creams. I'm always going to have the cream polishes. Those are just my favorite. But I also feel like I went with a lot of polishes this month that had like a shimmer, not a shimmer, like that flash type thing. I don't know. I feel like I was in the mood for that because I see a lot of colors that have like either that pearl finish, like very slight pearl finish, or that flash, that blue flash that I love. So along those same lines, I went with China Glaze Let's Jam. And Let's Jam is kind of along the same lines as that Happy Monday, but this is a little bit of a lighter pink. This is going to be more of like your orchid pink, but more purple than pink. But it does also have that same kind of blue sheen that runs throughout, blue flash that runs throughout it. Definitely not as strong as the one in Happy Monday, but you can definitely still catch it in the right light. I really love this polish. It's a bright polish, but it still feels kind of delicate in a way. Yeah, the blue flash in this is amazing. I wish it was a little bit more, I wish it stood out a little bit more on the nail. And the formula, China Glaze and me, the formulas, I don't love the formulas from China Glaze. I kind of put up with them because the colors are pretty, but very few of my China Glazes have decent formulas. So I feel like it goes without saying whenever I say China Glaze, just know that the formula is probably like meh. But yeah, this is a gorgeous color, so this is one that I put up with the crappy formula. So that again is China Glaze Let's Jam. And sticking with the purples, it looks like, I decided, so I got the whole Femme Fatale opalescent collection when it came out last month. And so like I said, at the beginning of the month, I tried that Glimmerbreath. I wasn't super excited about it. I was kind of very underwhelmed, just kind of blah. So I wanted to try another one of the polishes and see if maybe maybe there was a fluke, maybe I just wasn't feeling it. So I went with Celestial Sea. And Celestial Sea is a black jelly base with the opalescent flakies in it that are in Glimmerbreath, but these, since they're in that black base, give a color, it's almost a duochrome, like they shift from purple to pink to bluish green, and I feel like there's a little bit of some like orange tucked away in there. In the bottle, this is a gorgeous polish. On the nail, it was still pretty. It was a little darker than I had anticipated. In the bottle, I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a royal purple with obviously that duochrome type look to it. But on the nail, it was pretty dark. It could be that, again, I just wasn't super ready for fall nail polishes, and this was much more darker than I anticipated, but I still just wasn't feeling these polishes. I don't know what it is. Just something about them. They're just kind of meh. And again, this also ate through my top coat, so initially when I had the top coat on it, it was shiny and it, you know, kind of did a little something something, but you know, after the first day, the top coat had eaten through, and so it was just dull, and I don't really get any opalescent shine from these. I mean, they just kind of look like your basic kind of glitter. I don't know. I'm not loving these. So, and it sucks because they accidentally sent me an extra bottle of this, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. So again, that's Femme Fatale Celestial Sea. And so after all of my, you know, colors for the month, I decided I always got to throw in like one neutral, you know, in the month. I feel like I had one with Beth, but every once in a while I got to throw in a couple neutrals. We all do. It's summertime. We wear our brights, and then we're kind of like, we need something to like cleanse the palette, kind of balance everything out so that, you know, we're all one with, you know, the nail polish gods or whatever it is. So I went ahead and went with Zoya's Misty. And Misty is a beautiful, I would say this is like a khaki color. So it's kind of your neutral, kind of tan, but it leans a little bit. It's got that greenish tinge to it that you can see there. Beautiful, beautiful color, great formula. This is a really nice neutral where it's neutral, but you still get a little bit of color. So that green does peek through and it does give you a little bit of color. So you're not wearing just like a blah kind of, you know, blah tan color on your nail. So this is really, really pretty. That is, again, Zoya's Misty. Then I went ahead and went with the bright. This guy, I don't know what I was thinking with this color. I feel like I kind of saw him sitting on my rack and I was just like, you know what? I have this in my collection, but it's something that I never wear. It's one of those that you have in your collection that on the off chance you're like, well, what if I want to wear this color? What if one day I want to wear it and I don't have it? So this is one of those colors where it just sits on my nail polish rack until I'm like, oh, you know what? I do want to wear a neon orange today. So this month there was a neon orange, I guess. I was feeling a neon orange. So this is China Glaze None of Your Risky Business. And this is going to be your kind of mac and cheese orange, but not as orange as, you know, some of them. I can't wear some. I've seen some girls that are wearing these like crazy like traffic cone oranges. I can't wear those. I feel like a crazy person. So this was actually not bad. I was pleasantly surprised with this color. You definitely get, like I said, that mac and cheese kind of orange, but it's kind of a little subdued. It's still bright, but almost like pastel-y orange. Really enjoy this. And the formula actually on this for China Glaze was pretty dang good. I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed this color. So again, that's None of Your Risky Business. I believe that, again, this came out last summer for China Glaze. Really, really pretty. All right, another neutral for me. This is gonna be Zoya's Aspen. And Aspen is one of their matte velvets. And this is just kind of your basic white with a micro glitter going throughout it. I do love this polish. I don't wear matte polishes very often, so oftentimes if I pull one of these out, I'm putting a top coat over it. Aspen is pretty. I don't see why you would want to wear this matte. The glitter in this is so beautiful, but when it dries down matte, you don't see any of it. It just looks like a basic white on your nail, and I don't know why you would want to cover, like, all that glitter's in there, like, and I'm not normally like a glittery person, but it just looks so blah on the nail when it's matte. So I really enjoy this when I put a top coat on it. And I feel like I should have put two top coats on, or 2 layers of top coat on this, because it did, when I first put the top coat on it, that glitter stood out. Beautiful, beautiful kind of disco ball kind of effect on your nail. I feel like it ended up eating through the nail polish, because after day 1 it started to look pretty bland to the point where it didn't even look like I had, like, it was shiny but you didn't see the glitter. So I feel like I want to love this polish, but like, you just can't get that glitter to stand out. Like, even if you wear it matte, if you wear it with a top coat, I think next time I wear it, I'm gonna try and, like I said, wear it with either a thicker top coat or maybe do 2 layers, because when you can see the glitter in this, it's so pretty, but it just is a bitch to try and get it to show up on your nail. So again, that's Zoya's Aspen. And then I threw in one more neutral for the month. I wore this last week after I saw all the devastation in Houston from Hurricane Harvey. I was not feeling, you know, I just felt terrible. I mean, watching the news for 3 days, thank God it didn't hit us. We were supposed to get, you know, a little bit of the storm, definitely not as much as, you know, the east coast of Texas and Houston. We were not expected to get that much rain. Luckily we were spared. We did not get that much rain as they thought we were going to, but just watching the news all weekend, and luckily my mom lives in Houston. She was fine. Thank heaven she didn't have any problems. But I was in a funk for the last, like, you know, 3 or 4 days, and I just wasn't feeling, you know, being all bright and excited and cheery. And you're watching these, you know, people lose their homes and lose their lives, and I was not in the mood to be like watching beauty videos and watching people post selfies on Instagram. I was kind of in a shitty mood for the last like 3 or 4 days, which I feel like all of us were. And so that definitely was reflective in my nail polish. So I wasn't expecting to bust this out so soon, but I feel like it just fit my mood for the last few days. I just, you know, like I said, I just felt kind of shitty. And this is Cirque Colors Deco. And Deco is really pretty. It's a purpley gray, beautiful. This was such a beautiful color. Again, Cirque, wonderful formula. I'm pretty sure this was almost one coat. This was a 1 coater, but I ended up doing 2. Beautiful neutral, definitely not. When I first looked at this, I thought this was going to be like a taupey color, but it's definitely not. It's a purpley gray. I would love to compare this. I think I actually did think about comparing this to Zoya's Kelly, but Zoya's Kelly was definitely a lot darker than this. So this is like a nicer, kind of more softer version of Zoya's Kelly. So if you do like that kind of, Zoya's Kelly is a purpley gray, but I feel like it's got a little bit blue in it. It's a little darker. So if you like stuff along those lines, I would definitely recommend this. This is a great formula, really pretty color. So again, that's Cirque Deco. I feel like, oh, why is my nose all red? Oh, of course, I've been like, you know, scratching my nose. Why did my nose start itching like as soon as I start filming? Ugh, okay. Let's move on. Pretend like this isn't happening right now. So I feel like I've been ragging on Femme Fatale for the last couple videos, and I feel bad because I do love Femme Fatale. If you've never tried Femme Fatale's thermal polishes, they're amazing. I have several in my collection. They're awesome. I feel like every other polish that I have from Femme Fatale that's not thermal, I'm not super crazy about. So maybe I just need to stick with the thermal polishes. So since I've been ragging on them, I went ahead and busted out one of my tried and true thermal polishes, and this is called Clever Girl. And Clever Girl is your red fruit punch, kind of red fruit punch red, with a beautiful gold gold shimmer, as well as holographic glitter. And this is beautiful. This shifts when your fingers are warm. This is a gold, like a yellowish gold, like how that gold is right there in the bottle. When they're kind of cold, it's kind of like a salmony pink, and then it shifts when they're super cold to this beautiful red color. This is one of my favorite thermals that I've got in my collection. The way that the gold stands out on your nail when this is completely red like this, so beautiful. The swatch picture I'm going to show you, it looks a little wonky. I always film my swatch pictures when I get home from work. I ride my bike to work, so of course when I got home from work, my nails were completely gold because they were super warm from riding in, you know, the heat of, you know, Texas. So I was like, I want to get the shift. What am I going to do? And I was losing daylight, so I had to figure out something to do. So I just went ahead and shoved my hand in the freezer, kind of rubbed it in the ice cubes for a few minutes. So the shift that you're going to see in the picture is never going to look like that. The thermal shift is always going to be a lot more gradual, so just keep that in mind. I just wanted to show you how beautiful this red color is when it's actually on your nail. So again, that is Femme Fatale Clever Girl. My last polish of the month is the one that is on my nails. I wanted to go with I don't know, I was riding somewhere last night and I was like, do you ever have like, for me, I change my nail polish pretty much every day. So like trying to think of what I'm gonna wear is always just like whatever pops in my head. I'm like, oh, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. So I was riding somewhere last night and I thought to myself, I want to wear like a creamy blue. And I try to wear like a variety of colors throughout the month. I try to like, you know, mix it up a little bit. So I was thinking to myself in the car, I hadn't worn a lot of blues. I had those teals, but something popped in my head that I wanted to wear like a creamy blue. So this is what we went with. So this is Zoya's Robyn. And Zoya's Robyn is a beautiful, I guess what they call like robin's egg blue. So to me, that is, so compared up to that Rain Dance the Night Away, excuse me, a lot more of like a brighter blue. Definitely not as green over here as this teal on Rain Dance the Night Away. A very nice blue. I feel like this is, it's kind of your in the middle, like it kind of leans a little bit springy because it's got that little bit of like a pastelness to it, but it's also bright enough to where you can wear it in the summertime. Like it's got enough of that kind of like bright quality to it. So I think this is a good kind of in-between color. And I really enjoyed it. So again, that is Zoya's Robyn. All right, we are done. Thank you for watching as always. Please let me know what you were wearing this month. What were your favorites again? I am loving Cirque polishes. So my two favorites this month were Happy Monday and Game Over. These were beautiful polishes. Again, if you have not tried Cirque, I would highly recommend them. These are gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And I have yet to try anything, again, like I said, that I don't love from them. So yeah, let me know what you're wearing. Videos I got coming up. I'm thinking of doing my top 10 to 15 Zoya favorites if I can narrow that down. I'm also thinking about doing a seasonal declutter video. So I really need to start decluttering my collection. So what I've been thinking about doing is after each season, rounding up all the colors that I wore, trying to at least, you know, declutter the ones from that season that I didn't like. So I got that in the mix. Not sure what I'm gonna do with them. I'll try and pass them off to family and friends, but I feel like that's one of the reasons I keep my nail polishes is because I don't have anyone else, you know, I don't have any friends and family that are into nail polish. So for me, like, even if I don't like a nail polish, I keep them because I don't really know what else to do with them. So I kind of want to declutter, but I also don't, I hate throwing things away. So I want to declutter, but I also don't know what I'm going to do with the colors that I declutter. So that's a thing. I could try to bring them to work, but I don't know if people are gonna want them. So there's that we're thinking about doing. I'm also getting ready to film some like lifestyle type videos also. I'm going to be doing, in addition to my crazy love of nail polish, I also love plants and gardening. So I'm going to be doing like a house plant tour, kind of meet my plants type video. So that might be a little different from you nail polish, you know, from my nail polish videos, but it's something else that I love. So I'm going to be filming that. I'm thinking about incorporating some beauty videos. Nothing crazy, just like maybe some empties, maybe some favorites from time to time. I might throw in like random favorites, beauty, you know, some other things like that. So I've got a couple things that I'm thinking about. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm loving, you know, I'm still fairly new here on YouTube, so I am loving the support and all of the comments and all of the new subscribers that I've gotten. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have definitely taken some of your advice. So you will be seeing, obviously you've seen in this video, you'll be seeing some of my swatches. Again, I do have my Instagram, so if you want to follow what I'm wearing every single day, I have been posting daily nails of the day. So follow me on Instagram if you want to see, you know, an everyday nail polish or everyday nail instead of just like an accumulation of what I wore here at the end of the month. But I'm gonna stop rambling because this video is gonna be forever long. So again, thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you later. Bye.